All right. So, okay. So the Timothy
Ooh.
Busfield stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when we had our live stream last time, he just got indicted,
Mm-hmm.
or they were looking for him to show up in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to New Mexico and turns himself in. He had his court date. I think it was on Friday. It was either Thursday or Friday. So we're kind of catching up. Is one or two of these are going to about his court date. One of them is going to have his TMZ saying, "I didn't do it," and it's all allegations.
Oh,
so
sure.
we're gonna kind of play catch up a little bit because there's some stuff that we had missed. So we're gonna just bunch it all in together.
All right.
Okay, so this first one we're gonna play here.
And for Timothy Busfield, probably best known for his role in 30-something, which was a big TV show back in the day.
And West Wing.
West Wing.
He was in baseball movie. Where he hears voices in the cornfield.
Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams. He was in Field of Dreams.
Oh, okay.
So Timothy Busfield has been in Hollywood and been in movies for a very long time.
And
he's actually a pretty decent actor, but I do hear that he is a scumbag behind the scenes.
Well, it seems that's being confirmed, allegedly. And is this the one that was married to Melissa Gilbert, or was that another?
Correct. Yes. Yep. So we're going to watch this first video.
Developing right now at 3, prosecutors have leveled another accusation of child sex abuse against actor Timothy Busfield. This latest allegation comes as Busfield made his first court appearance today in Albuquerque for charges of sexual abuse against 2 children in New Mexico. NBC4's Ted Chen has been monitoring that hearing. He joins us live in the newsroom with the latest. Ted.
Annabelle, Timothy Busfield's scheduled court appearance today comes after he turned himself in to authorities in Albuquerque. He has adamantly denied allegations of sexual misconduct.
I'm going to confront these lies. They're horrible.
Before turning himself in to New Mexico authorities and appearing in court, Timothy Busfield told TMZ he was innocent of charges he had inappropriately touched 2 child actors on the television series The Cleaning Lady, in which he was both an actor and director.
They're all lies, and I did not do anything to those little boys, and I'm going to fight it.
According to court documents obtained by NBC News, the child actors told their therapist when they were 11 years old about inappropriate contact from Busfield on set, who they referred to as Uncle Tim, and that it began when they were...
Okay, so here's the... I'm going to play devil's advocate, okay?
Okay.
And I'm actually going to defend him.
Okay.
Which is a rarity because I usually go for the throat. So I'm changing roles up here a little bit.
That's fair. Hot take.
I mean, just the stuff that people say online, multiple things. They said it to their therapist when they're 11 years old. Why are you waiting so goddamn long to say that this dude touched me or did whatever? And then the parents, why did the parents wait so damn long to say, look, you either do something about it or I'm punching him square in the face. Like, I don't understand why we're waiting.
I don't think that's a hot take. I agree with you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take it a little bit further from what my crack research team gave me this week. What Busfield's lawyers are the picture they're trying to paint is that the mother of these twins, she's like a schemer. Like, they need money, so she's trying to think of who she can go get money from. And that they have her on tape saying, I'm going to get revenge on that guy for firing her sons from the show.
Oh, it's not AI. It's an actual tape of her saying it?
Well, that was what was reported on MSN, the MSN network. So I'm assuming it's not AI.
Okay.
She's being accused of saying that anyway. So this is, look, I mean, if it's true, it's disgusting. And he should be basically thrown in a river somewhere, but preferably on like Mars or something. But I'm not 100% believing it. Not yet.
Not yet.
Because it seems like it's reasonable to assume that some cockamamie broad with kids who needs money says, where can I get some money?
Yeah.
My kids aren't successful actors anymore, and they should have been. Who can I blame and get money from?
It does seem like that. And again, I'm not defending it. I'm not saying anything that he didn't do it, because he does have other people coming out saying that he was a creep before. So it's not the first allegation. Not by a long shot, but it's like we also know that people like to pile on. If you have an allegation, then here comes 14 other allegations.
Yeah,
like out of left field.
That happened to Kevin Spacey.
So it's going to be interesting. I mean, if they go through the trial and They're gonna stream it. Oh, we're gonna watch it for sure.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna watch clips. Or we're gonna do something with it if they actually video it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The other red flag I'm seeing is an 11-year-old comment to his therapist. Look, I know some young children have issues. They need somebody to talk to, I guess. But 11-year-old at a therapist? I don't know.
There's other things going on, right?
I'm old school like that. I'm like, I don't know. That's your parents or your therapist when you're 11. You don't,
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just a comment.
I mean, I went to a therapist, but I was
Well, your
in my
situation.
20s.
Oh, sure.
And
Yeah.
I literally almost died, and then my mom died. So yeah, I had little stuff that happened in my life.
There's nothing wrong with therapy. I've been through it. I had to be on meds. I had to go see somebody to prescribe me the anxiety attack medication that I was on.
Yeah.
But when I was 11, looking back, I couldn't imagine having to go to therapy. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I guess in some cases it's fine, but it's just.
Well, you wouldn't take it seriously because you were a kid, right? You would just
I
be
was-
like, oh.
I was running around playing baseball and soccer when I was 11 years old.
And then I'm going to shame the parent. Why are you calling a guy Uncle Tim? That's on the parents.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not too bad. Like I have close friends, like the guys in my band who have known my kids since they were knee high.
But that's not the case with this.
They
It
call
was
him
just
Uncle
a
John
job,
or-
and they're calling him Uncle Tim.
I know that's true. That's
That's
true.
a little creepy. And if I'm the parent, I'm
you're
shutting that shit down.
Yeah,
Like, no, we're on a professional set here. He ain't your fucking uncle. He ain't shit.
that's a good point. Yeah, the friends I'm talking about saw my kids from knee high.
Little kids, yeah.
This, like every month when we hung out, it wasn't like
Yeah,
that makes sense.
that's way different. Yeah, that's way different.
Uncle
Anyway.
Tim.
Were 7 years old, according to the affidavit. One of the boys alleged Busfield touched both his genitalia and bottom. The affidavit alleges the behavior went on for almost 2 years. Legal analyst Royal Oakes on the challenges prosecutors face.
First, you look at delay. Was there an extreme delay in reporting? Secondly, have the stories the kids have been telling been consistent from month to month, year to year? And finally, is there a motivation? Was there a feud? Are they looking for a payday? All of these things have to be sorted out.
Busfield's lawyer says his client did nothing wrong. Busfield's wife, actress Melissa Gilbert, told NBC News she stands with and supports her husband.
And I'm going to be exonerated. I know I am, because this is all so wrong.
In court documents filed today, prosecutors also allege that Busfield inappropriately touched and kissed a 16-year-old girl several years ago at an audition in Sacramento. Busfield's lawyer has not yet responded to our request for comment on that allegation. Live in the newsroom, I'm Ted Chen, NBC.
Again, where was the allegation back then, if that's true?
Yeah, I mean, really,
Because she's 16 years old. She should be able to immediately recognize that I don't want this dude touching me at all.
Right, and he should recognize that you don't touch. Like when I had people reporting to me, like in an office, most of them were women. I didn't meet with them unless there was somebody else in my office with me.
Yeah.
Like, or if they, let's say they resigned, and we had a good working relationship. Like, oh, okay, Mike, give me a goodbye hug. I'm like, no, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching you. Nothing. No.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with that shit.
And if you're in a position of if you're in some sort of management position, you want to keep it professional.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody's kid is around you without their parent, that potentially could be a problem. It's saying, no, Timmy, go grab your mom and we'll talk. Okay.
Yeah, the whole thing sounds cockamamie. Like,
It seems like it, yeah.
wouldn't the woman have been around her twins at the time and maybe noticed or heard this and done something then? Timothy Busfield
Correct.
was married to somebody at that point, not Melissa Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
The wife would. You think a wife would know?
And we talked about this before.
Yeah.
A set medic would see.
Right.
A teacher, because the kids are under the age of 18 and they're still in school, so there's a set teacher. There's the AD who talks to the cast more than anybody. The director's directing. It's the AD that talks to the cast 99% of the time. Very rarely do you have the director and the kids outside of the scene in the same area. Rarely.
Would that have been the same back when was the show was what, like in the aughts, late 90s or whatever? Has it been like that for a while? I guess.
Yeah, it's been like that for forever.
Okay.
Like the director doesn't have any they don't have any need to talk to somebody outside of the scenes, because it's like you're looking at your script, you're looking at your notes, you're trying to figure out what angle or what direction that you want your cameras to be. Like, there's so much to it. So it's like it's fishy in my book. But I'm not saying that it couldn't turn around and all of a sudden he's guilty as hell. We don't know, but so far it's fishy still. You know what I mean?
So would it be an accurate statement to say that both you and I agree that the jury's out on this one? Reserve judgment for the time being.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, the flaming stakes may come out, but at right now, I still don't see any. I don't see any proof. I don't see anything other than little kids saying that they were touched, and the parents not fucking parenting.
Yep, that's true. You know what? I slept with a 19-year-old girl when I was 17. I wonder if I can find her, sue her. I'm just thinking of ways to make easy money.
When we shot The Warrior, we were at the cabin for majority. We were at a hospital set, we were at the cabin, and then we were at a bunch of random places. But the hospital set and the cabin were probably the two major the two major locations that we did.
Sure.
And I had one of the rooms that we took over for the actors could put their stuff. They could use it as a dressing room. They could do anything that they want in this room. I physically probably walked in that room maybe once or twice the entire time that we were there, because I was busy doing other fucking things. And the only time that we went in there is because we had to basically kick everybody out because we had to start dressing it for the parents' bed scene.
Well, that and kind of tying into what you just said, like Timothy Busfield was just an actor in the show, right?
No, he's a producer too.
Oh, he's a creator. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
But again, you would still not be talking to the actors, really.
Well, who would? Okay, so let's say the twins were bungling a scene. Who would talk to them about that? And would you do it?
AD,
assistant director, and you would do it in front of everybody, or would you pull them aside?
They would take them aside if they're shitty. They'd take them aside, or have them run lines with somebody to try to get better, or like the director doesn't have anything to do with that, because it's like when you're in set and you're in front of the director, it's go time. We got a fucking day to make, boys. We got a fucking day to make.
I got you. All right.
So it's like all this stuff about, well, he did this and he did that, and it's like, I guarantee you, as a production person and as a person who's directed a film, you don't have time to fucking deal with little bullshit issues. That's what your fucking AD's for. So you're going to tell me that all these allegations happen. Where was the AD for his fucking project? Why is this AD not coming out saying that it's bullshit? Because the AD is the one that talks to the actors 99% of the time.
Well, but if Timothy Busfield is the creator and the producer, and he says he wants to pull these two kids into an office, who's going to tell him no? I mean, it's his show.
Well, the AD is going to be there, though.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Or should be there, yeah.
Yeah. The AD is going to be there because the AD has to know what's going on and has to know who has to go through wardrobe, who has to go through makeup, has to go through transpo or setting the schedule. I mean, there's a lot of movie parts to it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, based on what I've heard so far, and I know you've got more clips, so I'll make you. But I mean, as of right now, this second, like I'm not even 100% sure it happened.
Yeah, unless I get concrete proof, it's almost like a he said, she said, and the he said is suspect.
And believe me, I'm quick to judge when we're talking about
celebrities.
But this one, I'm like, not so sure about this one.
Yeah, we've got big bullshit detectors. We know when it's like, no, this it's like copacetic.
It reminds me of the Kevin Spacey situation where everybody was. I'm like, I don't know, man. So he was hitting on some young gay guys. That's what gay people do. It's like, I mean, I don't know, and I think he got fucked. To be honest with you,
I think he did too.
But my gut tells me,
yeah. Because there's no proof. He went to court and they basically threw it out because there was no proof. It's like some people just get shit on because they're making too much money, or they have too much influence, or whatever it is.
They become a target. It's like if you're famous and you hire a plumber to come work at your house and they know you're famous, they'll try to take advantage of you and upcharge you and shit like that.
And it's not justifying that the person may be a shithead. They may be, but 9 times out of 10, I think the other person always has some sort of plan.
Ulterior motive.
Yeah. Ulterior motive. Yeah. Okay, so this one's just pretty much done. We're going to watch the next one.
KCRA 3 News investigates poured over the required tax documents nonprofits file every year. The organizations must list their current board members. We found Timothy Busfield has been named on those tax documents in 8 of the years since 2001. That year is important to note because in a statement this week, the theater told us Mr. Busfield has not had any role in the organization since 2001. He is not involved in our current operations, staff, leadership, or programming. Although he is listed as an emeritus board member, he has not participated in theater governance or attended a board meeting since that time. Tax filings from 2001 show Busfield was...
But see, that right there could be the theater found out that he did something, or there was allegations, even if he didn't do something, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna have to squash this before it becomes a thing.
I think that's 80% could be it, or they could be lying about his role in the theater by saying he had nothing to do with it.
Yep.
Or they could have just used him on their board because of his name. Like maybe they said, you don't ever actually have to do anything or show up. We just want to put your name on our board.
Yeah, you're producer in name only. Okay, so right here is where coming up is where the sticky situation is he's still getting money from them. So you're getting paid, but you're not part of the theater. So yeah, we'll continue watching it.
Listed as an artistic director. In 2002, listed as producer and actor. And in 2003, a founder. Then in tax records from 2020.
So basically he probably gave money and they gave him a founder title.
Yeah.
Busfield is listed as a founder for B Street Theater. The document shows he averaged 2 hours a week on the organization. Same title was listed in 2021, spending an average of 3 hours a week on the organization. In 2022, Busfield was listed as a founder and director emeritus, averaging 2 hours a week. And in 2023, named as founder and director emeritus, but recording no hours. We reached out to the B Street Theater again to ask for clarification as to why Busfield is listed on those tax documents as having a role when they say he hasn't played a role in the organization since 2001. They're standing by their original statement.
I mean, but if he makes money on anything, even if it's $100, they still have to report it.
Oh, sure.
So it's like, even though they say that he's not really involved in the thing, if he's making $100 off of something, maybe a likeness appearance or something, they still have to report it. So I don't quite understand that part. You know what I mean?
What I don't understand is what does this have to do with the price of tea in China, so to speak? Like, what does this, like, he's being accused of child abuse.
On that movie, yes. But he had previous times where people accused him, and one of them was at the theater. So that's why they're bringing it up. They're bringing back the past up.
All right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And eventually said no comment. We also checked with the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office about potential charges, and they have not received a report on the 1999 claim. In Sacramento, Michelle Bandur, KCRA 3 News.
Busfield's expected back in New Mexico court Tuesday, where the judge will take up if he should be released on bail.
Oh, so he's in jail at the moment? Or
yeah.
Oh.
Yep. At the moment, he is in jail. Okay, so here's the next one.
The Busfield. He's been arrested for
Okay, so do you know who the behavior panel is?
I don't. Okay,
so the behavior panel is 4 guys that are they read body language. So they've been on the doctors, they've been on Dr. Phil, they've been like across the world. One of them used to work for the FBI, where it's all body behavior. So they analyze people in their facial expressions, their body, all that stuff.
Okay.
Scott Rouse is one of the people on the behavior panel, and he's analyzing some of the videos that came out about Tim Busfield.
Okay. Interesting.
inappropriate conduct with 2 minors. And we're going to break down 3 videos so you'll know exactly what's going on with his body language and behavior. In the first video, we'll get a good baseline on him because he's just being asked questions about other actors and actresses. The second one is this public statement video where he says he's innocent. And the third one is his initial detention video where the judge tells him what's going to happen next. Let's take a look. This is a great video to get a good baseline on this guy because he's not in trouble for anything. He's not going to be under a lot of stress. He's going to be relaxed.
So for people that they're not into the behavior, the baseline is the little quirks that he has that he does no matter what. Just casually sitting there, he might squint his eyes, or he gets upset and there's little lines up on that thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just his base level, how he acts normal. If you ask him like how his day is.
Okay.
This person's going to be asking him questions about people he knows, and they're really short questions with really short answers. And what we want to pay attention to are his facial expressions, how he uses his illustrators, what are his hands doing when he's not illustrating, is he showing us any adapters? Are there any little tics or movements in his hands and face that let us know if these are things that he does all the time that we might see in a little while when we're looking through these other videos? Also, pay close attention to how fast he talks, his tone of voice, the kinds of words he uses, and as he's speaking using his illustrators, what are his hands doing?
Tim Busfield, you've worked with a lot of people. I'm just going to throw some names out. You just react.
Okay.
Ken Olin.
Funny.
Aaron Sorkin.
Brilliant.
Patricia Wettig.
Sweet.
Allison Janney.
Brilliant. Funny. Sweet.
Capper John MD. Who's the star of that?
Pernell Roberts. Entitled.
Anthony Edwards.
Integrity.
Michael J. Fox.
Bravery.
Bradley Whitford.
Funny.
Melissa Gilbert.
Beloved.
Everything looks pretty relaxed. There's not a whole lot going on here. His blink rate's really low. The only thing we're seeing is a lot of fidgeting with his hands. Now, apparently that's normal for him because he keeps doing it over and over. He's goofing around with his sleeve a little bit. Those are all normal for questions like this where you're not put on the spot, but all the attention's on you.
Yeah, he doesn't like us. Anytime he's uncomfortable, he's probably doing that.
Yeah, my 2 takeaways so far is he's fidgety and he likes to have a drink now and then because his face is a little rosy.
He's got the rosy cheeks.
A little bit. A little bit.
He could like the bourbon. Who knows?
Not hating on it, just pointing it out.
I don't know what the questions are going to be, and you're talking about people you know and some people you want to impress and make sure they like you. His facial expressions do change a little bit here, but that's just when he's going through an emotion as he talks about those different people. So other than his hands, he's fairly still except when he's swaying back and forth in the chair. Now let's take a look at his public statement video.
Hi, everybody. It's Tim. I'm sure most of you know that are watching this that I was ordered to come to Albuquerque. I'm here now. I got the call Friday night. I had to get a lawyer. Saturday, I got in a car and drove 2,000 miles to Albuquerque.
Ooh.
Okay, so if you didn't do anything, are you still calling a lawyer ASAP?
Well, I would.
No matter what, you're calling a lawyer.
If it's anything that's going to involve court, then yes, I would. Okay. If I could afford it, even if I was
somebody
innocent.
was trying to slam him, say, well, why would you have to call a lawyer if you didn't do anything? And it's just like, I don't know.
See, what's the quote? Anybody who represents themselves in court has an idiot for a client. It's like when you're in court, it's like a different language, and you have to have somebody on your side that can speak that language.
Yeah, I want the professional to profession.
Yes, correct. Unfortunately, it's like that. I mean, it'd be nice if we lived in a world where you could defend yourself, but we don't.
Yeah.
So no, I agree with.
If I need a plumber, I'm calling a plumber. If I need an electrician, I'm calling an electrician.
Perfect. Yep, exactly.
I spent $700 in my car the other day. I had to call a freaking repairman. So yeah, I call a professional.
These lies, they're horrible. They're all lies, and I did not do anything to those little boys. And I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it with a great team, and I'm going to be exonerated. I know I am, because this is all so wrong and all lies. So hang in there. And hopefully I'm out real soon, and back to work. And I love everybody for supporting me. Thank you.
I love everybody over.
Hi, everybody. It's Tim.
This looks fairly normal, but it's not like his other video at all. He does a big illustration with his hands when he says, hey, everybody, it's Tim. When he says his name, his hands come up. then go to the
It's
side,
them.
and they don't land where they
Jazz
should. That's an
hands.
illustrator that's off point.
Yeah.
That lets us know there's a lot of internal dialogue going on up there. He's not being deceptive about anything here. He's just got a lot on his mind because this is an extremely stressful situation for him.
I'm sure most of you know that are watching this that I was ordered to come to Albuquerque. I'm here now.
In court, the prosecuting attorney is probably going to use this video and call this consciousness of guilt because he goes to Albuquerque like he's told to do. Sounds odd, but that's the way that works. A lot of illustrating going on here, and not one of them lands when they should. Now, we know it's important to land when they should because that lets us know your brain is locked up with your illustrator, and that's how you emphasize specific words and phrases. They land on the words you're trying to emphasize, and that doesn't happen here. Again, that lets us know there's a lot of internal dialogue going on there.
I got the call Friday night. I had to get a lawyer. Saturday, I got in a car and drove 2,000 miles to Albuquerque.
Basically, he's saying the same thing he just said, except he's adding details, telling how far he drove. 2,000 miles is a long way, and he knew he couldn't fly because he'd been arrested at the airport. So again, that's consciousness of guilt.
You think so? You think so?
No.
Will he have been arrested at the airport for having a warrant, right?
Maybe. Yeah. He probably just didn't want to go through the public shame of it. So he said, maybe. So he said, fuck it, I'll just drive myself and turn myself in, I guess. But I don't think the fact that he didn't want to get arrested at an airport says anything towards whether he is guilty or innocent.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
He just doesn't want the media circus.
But that's the same, like, Derek, you were saying, people were saying, well, if he's innocent, he doesn't need a lawyer. Like, that's not how the world works. Like, that's.
Yeah. Whoever says that is retarded.
Right. That's somebody who's never had legal dealings. Whether
That's
they
just somebody.
did something.
I have to have an opinion, even though your opinion sucks.
Oh, right.
What's up, Scorpio?
Hey, Scorpio.
His cadence in this video is a little bit faster than it is in the other video. He's also speaking more clearly. His diction is spot on. I'm sure his handler or his publicist, whoever it was, said, look, you've got like 1 minute to give a clear explanation of what's going on. His blink rate is up. Again, that's something else that lets us know he's stressed.
I mean, and I can only speak for myself on certain things. I talk with my hands too.
Oh,
and the more upset that I get or the more excited I get, the more I do this. So it's not out of the question for him to be more handsy because that's how he expresses himself. Because I do the same thing. I
agree with you 100%. I'm like, when I'm in work meetings, there are sometimes I feel like I have to sit on my hands because I grew up in an Italian family.
Yeah.
This is what they do. When you talk, it's like you're conducting a damn orchestra.
Yeah.
So I don't.
The last name is Irish, so
yeah. So I don't put any importance on that he talks with his hands.
Yeah, I don't either.
We don't see any grief in the brow, but we do see concern. And his eyebrows are up, and we call that request for approval. With all those things together, in other words, he's trying to look innocent.
I'm going to confront these lies. They're horrible. They're all lies. And I did not do anything to those little boys.
When his head goes back and forth like that, like he's shaking his head no, those are what are called confirmation shakes. Same thing happens when someone is saying no, but they're shaking their head yes. When they're nodding yes, those are called confirmation nods. And all that is in other words, emphasizing the specific word or phrase he's illustrating with his head. One thing that does bother me here is his non-contraction of did not. He doesn't say, I didn't do anything. He says, I did not do anything. Now, the reason that bothers me is because usually when someone did do something and they're being deceptive, then they say, I did not do it, or no, I have not. They don't say, I didn't do it. No, I haven't. Those are the ways.
Famously, Bill Clinton said that I did not have sexual relations with that.
That's true. Well, and he did.
Side note, have you seen Monica Lewinsky now?
Okay, I have actually.
She
and
actually looks pretty good.
Bro, I always thought she was kind of cute.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Back in the day, she was hefty. Now she's older, and she actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, she had curves back. I mean, it was the wrong thing for the president to lie about it.
Exactly. That's an issue.
But, just saying.
You normally say it.
I mean, if he had a sexual relationship with her now, then it's like, I can see it. She's cute.
Yeah, I would rate her an absolutely would out of 10.
When you say, I did not, it's a little red flag for me. One thing that lets us know he's had a little bit of help writing this thing is when he says, I'm going to confront these lies. Nobody talks like that. Nobody says, I'm going to confront this. Usually when someone's in a position like this, they'll say, these kids are lying. I didn't do it. And we're going to go down here and find.
That could have been scripted, though. He could have had, his publicist might have had a thing written down saying, okay, we want you to say this. You can say it the way that you want to say it, but this is sort of how we want you to do it.
Yeah. And if he's retained a lawyer, I am surprised that he's speaking about this at all.
Yeah.
Because
I'd be like, that's what that person gets paid to do.
That's right. When I got a DUI when I was going through my first divorce, it was a rough time, and I just got popped for one, and it's embarrassing, and I hate that I did it, but it happened. And my lawyer in that situation, again, I got a lawyer. I'm not going to go in there by myself. And he goes, don't say a word unless I ask you to say something. And if I ask you a question, I'm not going to ask you something that I don't already know how you're going to answer. And I said, okay, it's on you. I didn't say a word. Nothing.
Yeah, because you're paying them to take the bullets for you, per se.
And let me tell you something.
In theory, not YouTube, not the actual bullets.
Yeah, but it was worth it. So
Yeah.
It's surprising to me that he's speaking out about this situation when he has retained a lawyer.
Yeah.
But maybe the lawyer wrote this for him. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
I would shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
where I am.
Well, and he went right to TMZ too, knowing that there's a large audience.
Well, that would, if you're trying to influence the general public, TMZ is not a bad platform to use to do so.
Yeah, if you're a Hollywood person, yeah, for sure.
Now what's going on, or something like that.
And I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it with a great team.
For me, this is kind of odd because his confirmation shakes should actually be confirmation nods to me. It may not be his personality type to do that, but when you're saying something, you're going to go down there and fight something. You don't shake your head back and forth. You say, I'm going to go fight something. Your head comes forward when you say that. So that's a little bit odd for me.
And I'm going to be exonerated. I know I am, because this is all so wrong and all lies.
He's a little bit closer, and he's got a little bit more eye lock on the camera at this point. And it takes him a little bit too long to get the part where he says he's going to be exonerated. Now, I'm going to make a prediction here. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. But every time I've ever seen a little single shoulder shrug and the chin going toward that shoulder, that person is being deceptive. I don't think he believes he's going to get away with this. I really don't. And again, it's important. I have to say, I'm not saying he's guilty, but boy, it sure looks odd to me. Something's not right here.
So hang in there. And hopefully I'm out real soon. And back to work. And
this gives me the impression he didn't have the end worked out very well, because he tells the viewer to hang in there. And when he says, hopefully I'm out real soon, his hands come up and they almost make the...
Yeah, it's like, attaboy. Good job.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. Or that. And he was like, I'm not the one that needs to hang in there, bub.
Yeah.
You need to hang in there.
Little prayer thing, like when you put your hands together when you're praying. And that looks odd. And I think he's a little bit lost for words here. So that's why his wrap up kind of falls
his wrap
apart.
up's kind of weird.
so hang in there. And hopefully.
Okay, so if you have allegations, then you kind of have to watch what you say. So at the end, he was probably like, okay, I got to say something not retarded or doesn't come off like I'm a creep, anything.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it's awkward, because he didn't know what to say or how we should say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm going to give him a little credit for he's probably under a lot of stress.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't, like this guy that we're watching his video, he goes, well, this is what he's like when he's comfortable and not under stress.
Yeah.
And here's what he's like when he's under stress. I'm like, well, of course he's going to act differently if his brain's going a million miles a second, worried about something. But, in my opinion, like I said, I think he's saying too much. You just say,
But that's why they always go the base level, and then they say, okay, this is what his base is. This is how he is normally. So it's like if somebody does like a little head turn normally, then that's out. You're not going to even look at that. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had anybody that you've dealt with on a regular basis, or even not on a regular basis, point out one of your like tics, so to speak? Like whether you cross your arms when you talk or you talk with your hands. Is anybody?
No, but I could probably tell you my tics.
Okay, what are your tics?
Let's see here. What do I have little tics about? All right, to be continued. I'll have to think about something.
I got you.
Hopefully I'm out real soon and back to work. And I love everybody for supporting me. Thank you.
When his hands go up like that,
One of my little ticks is when I get excited or mad, my voice level goes up.
Okay, that's fair.
And people say, well, you're yelling at me. It's like, no, I'm not yelling at you. I'm about to yell at you, but it's because I'm excited or upset.
I've been told when I'm asked to think about something or think about the answer to a question that I look up while I'm thinking.
You look up? Oh, yeah, sometimes I'll do one of these things like...
Which my boss on occasion has mistaken for me rolling my eyes. I'm like, no,
really?
I'm not rolling my eyes. This just...
I'm looking up.
It's like I'm looking at my brain going, can I get something over here? I need something for my mouth to stay. Can you speed it up a little bit?
That's a version of mercy hands. That's when your hands go up or they come out a little bit and show you the palms of their hands, show you if there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to give you the feeling of innocence.
Like,
it may not be something he's doing on purpose, but he's doing it. So I think he's...
You need to calm down. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Yeah,
I do that. I do the kind of like, you need to simmer down. Yeah.
Asking you to believe he's innocent, which he is in this entire video. Hey, everybody. Just a quick intro. I want you to meet Jessica. Our sponsor's personal address goes up. Now, official appearance video. As he walks in, it doesn't seem like he's very confident. At the same time, it doesn't look like he has any kind of attitude at all. You know, like sometimes you'll see people come in and they've got an attitude like, I shouldn't be here and all that. None of that here. Usually if you want to look confident, you put your hands down by your sides. And when it's pulled up in front like that, it's not a good look.
Right. And Ms. Fairberg, had you had an opportunity to advise him before I called the case? I didn't know if you needed to call over to the podium first.
We've had an opportunity to confer. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much. Go ahead and get started. Right, we're on the record.
I mean, this right here, you really just have to have a poker face, because if you do anything, people are going to read into it. Like, oh, he was leaning toward me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, people like this guy and this woman, whoever's, they're going to read it. If he's cleared of these charges and it's determined by a court that he's innocent and this didn't happen, he needs, like, where does he get reparations for all this time and money he's spent?
Shit.
Because the woman who's coming after him, I'm going to assume, doesn't have anything. Maybe. So who's paying for his like, if he's innocent, which I don't know, but let's, for argument's sake, assume he is, he's got to put a lot of money out to defend himself against false charges, which is shit.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little behavior panel stuff myself. When he, okay, let me, right here.
None of that here. Usually if you want to look confident, you put your hand
right there. He's leaning in because his hearing isn't that great. So he's leaning in.
That makes
so
sense.
if you're doing that to a little kid and it's like, well, he's lunging at my child. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff that people will read into stuff.
Yeah, if it's an echoey room, like maybe he's in and he couldn't quite pick it up, he might look at you so he can see your lips and hear what you're saying to try to.
Or if somebody talks to him and he leans in and puts his arm on their shoulder, oh, he inappropriately touched me.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I mean, there's a lot of people that are scumbags in this world, and I'm not saying he could potentially be a scumbag. We don't know. I'm just saying there's a lot that people read into shit.
Yep.
That's one thing that irritates me about people is they automatically assume stuff, or they'll be like, well, Derek is assuming this, or Derek is plotting something, and it's like, I'm not plotting anything. I'm not thinking about anything other than like, you're in my way.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. It's almost lunchtime.
Right, of course I'm angry. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
hands down by your side.
Yeah, so right there, he I'm not saying he's doesn't have hearing, but he's got to lean in to listen to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's pulled up in front like that, it's not a good look.
Right. And Ms. Fairberg, had you had an opportunity to advise him before I called the case? I didn't know if you needed to call over to the podium first.
We've had an opportunity to confer. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much. Go ahead and get started. Right, we're on the record, FR 273-2026, State of New Mexico versus Timothy Busfield.
Apparently his lawyer says something to him. He turns around and gives her a pleasant look. Then when he turns back around, you can see him take that big deep breath and let it go. This is a lot of stress on him, as well it should be. But nothing out of the ordinary sticks out here.
James Plummer for the state.
Amber Fairberg on behalf of Mr. Busfield, Your Honor, who appears in MDC custody.
Good afternoon. Mr. Busfield is set for felony first appearance this afternoon.
When the representative for the state, James Plummer, says his name, quickly, very quickly, Timothy's eyebrows go up. So I don't know if this was a surprise for him or just trying to look innocent again.
Counsel, have you had an opportunity to advise your client?
Yes, I've had an opportunity to advise.
See him lean in again? Again, I think he's hard of hearing. So you're going to, I mean, is he guilty because he can't hear anything?
I think your analysis is better than this guy's analysis because what you just said makes complete sense to me. And some of the stuff that this guy's saying is like hibbity-jibbity.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
My client of the charges against him, the possible penalties, and his rights. He does not raise a probable cause challenge at this time as a result of the arrest warrant. And I understand, Your Honor, that the state has filed a motion for pretrial detention.
This is the part where he finds out he's going to be staying in jail until the trial. That's what pretrial detention is. He doesn't react at all when he gets
Yeah, like he's a flight risk or something. He
ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, he went to where they told him to go. You know what I mean? So like he didn't run.
Yeah, Scorpio. I agree.
Yeah, I agree too, Scorpio.
He's standing at like parade rest like you do in the military.
Probably been
Yeah. People in weddings do this. People that are uncomfortable do this. My uncle does this on everything. If he's like if he's uncomfortable or whatever, he's always like this. So that's not like nothing.
And even if he is uncomfortable, of course he is. He's in court defending himself. I mean, yeah
exactly.
He's prepped for it.
He does not raise a probable cause challenge at this time as a result of the arrest warrant. And I understand, Your Honor, that the state has filed a motion for pretrial detention.
Thank you, counsel. That's correct. It looks like a probable cause was found on January the 9th at the time the warrant for Mr. Busfield's arrest was issued. And Mr. Busfield, the state has filed an expedited motion for pretrial detention in this case, sir.
The stress is building up a little bit here on. That's why he moves his hands to the back.
Yeah.
And he sways to the front and to the back a little bit because that's why he's getting rid of some of that built up stress and tension. This is adapting. That would be called an adapter when you do that.
And look at him puckering his mouth, kind of like, I can't believe I'm here. Like I seriously, like that's what I do is I kind of like, really? Are we really going to do this?
I know. Yep.
That tells me again that like, if he was as sick and twisted, he'd be enjoying this, right? Like during the tension.
Right. Like when we did our deep dive on Charles Manson and watched his behavior in court, you're like, all right, this guy's a fucking maniac.
Oh yeah. Scorpio, same way. Yeah.
Point.
The bailiff behind him is standing the exact same way.
People reading, I think this guy's reading a little too much into this, but that's his gimmick. So I get it.
Yeah.
His head leans back and his chin comes forward a little bit. This is nothing aggressive. I think he's just accepting that information he's getting because that's a pretty big deal. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be in jail until the trial, at this point anyway. So his stress is increasing.
That means you will continue to be held without bond pending your hearing before the district court, sir. That hearing will take place within the next 5 business days. Your deadline for preliminary hearing is going to be January the 29th, sir.
Not much has changed here. Again, he's hearing the same information one more time about how he's not going anywhere. And what we're seeing on him is pretty much information intake. That happens when we're really focused on the information that's about us.
To be January the 29th, sir. Was there anything further from counsel for defense or the state at this time?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're off the record.
This is interesting because he shakes his head no, and we see him purse his lips. And he shakes his head no because he knows the answer to that question.
That's upset or frustrated? I would think so. Like, really? Do I really have? Why do I have to stay here? Why?
If he truly did not do this and he knows he didn't do it, I mean, if I were in his shoes and I was innocent, I'd be fucking pissed.
Me too. I couldn't hold my emotions back if I knew that I was innocent for whatever it was. Again, like all this stuff, like compounding, I don't see any indication that he like is aware that he did something. You know, because some of these perverts will, like, they use it as is a badge of honor, where it's like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I did it. And it's like this guy's like, what? Why do I have to stay here? Like what? I don't know. That's just me. I don't. It doesn't reflect the Julio's opinion on it. But
no, we're not judging whether he's guilty or innocent. But I hear what you're saying. If you're in this position and you're not guilty and you know you're innocent, it's amazing that he's holding himself up like this. I mean, I'd make some facial tics and some anger.
Yeah, I'd be a little vocal.
Yeah.
There's no information needed from his side. Now, he pursed his lips because when we purse our lips, we do that when we hear something we don't agree with or something we don't like. And he knows as soon as this is over, he's going back to a jail cell. So that's probably the part he doesn't like. And when the correctional officer motions for him and calls his name, he's ready to get out of there and heads for the door. He's going a little bit fast because he's probably a little bit upset. I'm sure at this point, all this is dawning on him how bad it is.
Let's get the fuck out of there.
So yeah, he's just like, this is some bullshit. I mean, he's thinking it. He didn't verbally say anything, but he's just like, this is some bullshit. I got to talk to my lawyer as soon as I get over here. You know what I mean?
Yep, he's angry. I'm hearing in my head during his walk the angry Fred Flintstone music going on. Dun, 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 when he's just storming out of the building.
All right, I got two more videos for this.
I'll be back in 60 seconds, but I am listening while I'm on my 60 seconds.
3/20/26, State of New Mexico versus Timothy Busfield.
James Plummer for the state.
Amber Fairberg on behalf of Mr. Busfield, Your Honor, who appears.
This is the appearance without the behavior panel type stuff. I don't know if there's anything different, but we'll see. It's only a 2-minute video, so.
In MDC custody.
Good afternoon. Mr. Busfield is set for felony first appearance this afternoon. Counsel, have you had an opportunity to advise your client?
Yes, I've had an opportunity to advise my client of the charges against him, the possible penalties, and his rights. He does not raise a probable cause challenge at this time as a result of the arrest.
I think his body language interpreter thing is borderline junk science. I don't know. There's a YouTube channel called Behavior Panel. There's 4 of them that used to work for like the FBI. One of them used to work for a president. So their science is pretty legit, but I don't always agree with every single thing that they do. But it's one of those things that's under interpretation for sure, you know?
Warrant, and I understand, Your Honor, that the state has filed a motion for pretrial detention.
Thank you, counsel. That's correct. It looks like a probable cause was found on January the 9th at the time the warrant for Mr. Busfield's arrest was issued. And Mr. Busfield, the state has filed an expedited motion for pretrial detention in this case, sir. That means you will continue to be held without bond pending your hearing before the district court, sir. That hearing will take place within the next 5 business days. Your deadline for preliminary hearing is going to be January the 29th, sir.
This was basically somebody's feed from one of the news organizations that was allowed in there.
So he's stuck in the slammer until the 29th.
Basically, yeah.
God, that sucks, dude.
Was there anything
I'll be eating lobster on my birthday on the 28th, and he'll be still in the slammer.
further from counsel for defense for this state at this time?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, that was pretty much, that was a different side of what we just watched. Okay, so here's another one.
She was sexually abused by actor Timothy Busfield when she was just 16, is speaking out to Inside Edition. He tells Ann Mercogliano he trusted Busfield, letting his daughter work with him at the children's theater Busfield founded.
Today, I spoke to the father of an alleged victim of actor Timothy Busfield as he faces child sex abuse charges.
You've had harsh words for Timothy Busfield.
He's a serial pedophile predator.
Dad Colin Swift says Timothy Busfield attacked his daughter in 2001 when she was a 16-year-old intern at Sacramento's B Street Theater, founded by Timothy Busfield.
My daughter was accepted into the B Street Theater internship program, and that was a big deal in those days. You got to perform in front of, an Emmy Award winning actor, Tim Busfield.
He says about 4 months into her internship, Busfield asked his daughter to clean his office.
She climbed a little ladder and Tim was below her looking up. She told me she was pulled down. He spun her around. It was reported that he kissed her. It wasn't a kiss. It was a violation.
He says Busfield aggressively touched his daughter all over. The dad tells me that his daughter pushed Busfield away and screamed, and that Busfield told her to be quiet or people would hear her.
When you confronted Timothy Busfield, what
I still, not saying that it didn't happen, but a hell of a long time ago, and then they know detail by detail of what happened, and they never called the cops. They never did a police report. Nothing.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden they're on Inside Edition telling your story.
Right. Let's wait. I'm sure the dad's like, well, let's wait about 10 or 15 years and then we'll do something about it.
Yeah, no shit. Again,
and the dad said this is a quote, I heard him say this, he is a serial pedophile predator.
Yes.
That's slander, if that's not true.
Yeah, because he wasn't convicted of it. You can't say that unless they're convicted of it.
Yeah, well, you can say it, but it's stupid because you can get sued.
Trump literally won a lawsuit because CNN said that, or CNN, or one of those news, calling him everything under the book, and it's like, he's not convicted of it. You're slandering him.
Yep.
So Timothy Busfield could go back on his father and sue the shit out of him.
I would agree.
happened?
Tim began to cry. He started talking to me about how he was remorseful. Tim begged me not to go to the police.
He says Busfield promised to seek therapy. The dad, who's a therapist himself, says he agreed, a decision he now regrets.
You didn't go to the police.
No, I did not. This is why I feel so guilty.
He decided to break his silence after
And I'm not trying to be a hard ass. I'm not. But again, I'm either, if a family member of mine gets assaulted, there's two things going to happen. Either number one, we're going to the police and filing a report.
Yep.
Number two, if a police report doesn't happen, I'm going and punching this guy straight in the fucking face and breaking his fucking nose. Those two things are going to happen. This guy's like, well, no, he seemed like he was remorseful, and he was going to go get some medication and some puppy dog love, and we took his word upon it. I mean, that right there is bullshit.
Yeah. All that being said, though, and I don't know, you may disagree with this, but his story seems he got a lot of detail in there.
There's a lot of detail. I mean,
That's
again,
unbelievable.
Yeah. But like Scorpio said, 25 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, either police documents or being punched in the face. Those are two options.
Mm-hmm.
Busfield's arrest in Albuquerque for allegedly engaging in unlawful sexual conduct with twin brothers on the set of the TV show The Cleaning Lady.
My gut twisted. My heart was broken.
Busfield's attorney says the father's allegations about his daughter were never proved, and they're 25 years old. Busfield also denies the charges in his criminal case.
This man needs to go down. He is a bad apple.
Busfield is due in court for a hearing next Tuesday.
Well, that's crazy. I mean, if that's true what he said and he would have called the cops, then maybe these two kids wouldn't have had done to them what they're accusing Timothy Busfield of doing.
Yeah.
So that's why I guess he's saying he feels guilty, and he should, if it happened.
I mean, I feel like I'm letting my daughter down. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, well, look, yeah, I mean, yeah.
By not doing something, I'm letting her down. She got hurt. I can't do anything about it. But I'm going to wait 25 years and now all of a sudden go on Inside Edition. I mean, come on. I think it's bullshit.
I'd be mortified if I was the girl. Like, really,
Hell
Dad?
yeah.
You go, like, can we just, like, you fucked up. It's 25 years ago. I've moved past this. Can we not drudge it back up in public, please, Dad?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if I'm the girl that happened to, like, Dad, I don't feel right about this. Can we go to the cops? Can we do something? We're just gonna let him do whatever, and then he'll get some puppy dog kisses, and it'll all go away. I mean, I don't believe it at all. I'm sorry.